Hello and welcome to this introductory video on how the navigation works within the Hampshire local offer. We're going to be looking at a few different types of navigation which we've got installed in this particular system, as well as a traditional hierarchy. We've got what's called semantic or linked data also in operation. We'll be going through these one at a time so you can see them in operation. The site is still in development and is very sparsely populated at the moment, but it'll give a very clear idea of how it works and what's available. So we'll start off, this is the home page, and we'll start off having a quick look at this. Here we've got traditional navigational bars which are always there throughout the site. Here we've got the main site sections in the traditional hierarchy. These are again listed down here, but of course these won't be there once we're in the body of the site, so these remain available for users once they're in the system if they want to go back and go to the main sections. And we've got a series of other pages which are always there for users when they're in the site. Just a quick note about popular pages and what's new. Popular pages and what's new exist across the site in the site sections, and they're always applicable to that particular page that we're looking at. So obviously whilst we're on the home page, we're looking at all popular pages on the site and what's new across the site as opposed to within a particular section. However, if we go down into a section, go into health here, we can see that the popular pages and the new articles have changed, and that's in relation to this particular section. So we'll always see what's pertinent to that section. Now here we can see the subsections related to this particular section, health, and this again is the same as any particular hierarchy. We can see a one-to-many relationship, breaking down the information into more serviceable chunks. If we go down further to the subsection level, this is where the information becomes split out into its final types of information. Here we can see filters on the left. These filters are always pertinent to the information that's being displayed. In this particular case we've only got two organisations within this subsection, so all of these filters will either be applicable to both or it will only be applicable to one, and obviously this will filter down further. The information is always pertinent to the information that's being displayed. So for instance, if we look in town, there are only two towns. So we're only looking at filter options that are available for the information displayed. We haven't got a full list of all of the towns in the system where you click on something and nothing returns. It's always relevant information. If we have a quick look at articles, here we'll see it works in a slightly different way. Here we can, the filtering is based on keywords. So these keywords have been set up whilst these articles have been put into the system, and are pertinent to this particular subsection. So any article that's put into this particular subsection will have keywords with it, and those are the keywords that are displayed here. Again, it's pertinent to that particular subsection. You select any of these and obviously it will filter down accordingly. If you select more than one, it does that one or the other one. So in this particular case it doesn't make much difference. So if we go down further and have a look at a particular article, we'll see yet further types of navigation. Here, first of all, what we see is those keywords. So this particular article was set up with these three keywords, or key phrase in that case. And if we select any of these, it will take us off into that particular keyword. And here we can see that with that keyword, education, there's a whole raft of different keywords associated that have been put in conjunction with that keyword. This is an important concept because we're only looking at information that's related to that particular keyword we're looking at that time. So in this case, education, and all of these ones associated with it. Whilst we're on that subject, if we type in autism up here in the site search, it will just return us the information associated with autism, and it will split it out for us again. So here we can see the articles and local offers associated with organisations that have been added to the system, as well as all of the different keywords associated with autism that have been added with these articles down here on the right hand side. So again, comes back to the point of only being pertinent to that particular piece of information. So if we go back to our article, here we can see the next section is related to subsections. Here we can see that it's related to two different subsections: education and childcare and early years, and emotional health and well-being. And that's the same up here. When we look up here, that indicates that this article was actually originally written in the childcare and early years subsection, and has been related to the education and childcare and early years, which is, the emotional health and well-being, which is the way in which we actually came to the article in the first place. So this allows us to link a specific piece of information or article to more than one subsection, which helps to reduce double keying and allows users to be able to move between subsections without relying on the hierarchy in order to be able to do it. So for instance, if I click on childcare and early years here and then go to articles, I can see that there's the article again, you see. So it allows the same piece of information to be accessible from multiple places and give pertinent pathways to that piece of information. The next one that we can see is related articles. Now, related articles is a manual way of linking information or articles to other articles, and allows the administrators or whoever it is who's added that piece of information to go, well, this article is related to these. Whoever is looking at autism and nurseries might well be interested in autism and signs of autism, what is autism, living with autism in Hampshire, etc. And that then allows a very personal way of linking information to one another and giving people a lateral way through the information, providing them with information that's useful. Obviously, a lot of these, they contain autism in their title, will also be available in the autism keyword section. So again, it's just a different way of getting to the same information. Just says these articles are related to those ones. Now, if we select this one, we'll have yet another way of navigating, which is just being currently implemented across the site, which is people also looked at. Now, this is an algorithm which does exactly as it describes. It looks at what other people have looked at in relation to that article and then makes recommendations accordingly. Now, that concludes the tour of the Hampshire local offer navigation. I hope it's been useful and that it explains how the site's navigational structure works. Thank you very much.